Hello and welcome. My name is HobbyJon. You are looking at the Luger P08 replica distributed by Umarex under the Legends name. You can see right here. Here's the packaging, Legends, airgun, P08. Now, this is very convincing replica made by Umarex here, or at least distributed by Umarex. My buddy picked this up and he asked me if this was chambered in 9mm. No, it's chambered in 17 caliber. It's a CO2 powered BB gun. It has a nice weight to it. I mean, I can understand what he's talking about. It's metal, almost entirely metal. The grips are plastic, and you can see it's painted metal. So I've already worn the safety here. It's pretty tight, but I was looking at the safety and there's already some wear on it. This is just fresh out of the box today. This is the first shoot, so I'm figuring things out, so you might have to bear with me a little bit. I've read the instructions, but still, every now and then there's little hiccups that we have here on the first shoot, so gonna be learning with me. All right, like I said, we're talking about metal, plastic, and the magazine has the magazine release right here on the side. Very American style. Now, a lot of people, speaking of American style, many Americans will see this here in the United States, will see a German gun. Oh, that's that World War II German gun, and they're gonna reach over for their Colt 45. In this case, this is, again, a replica, 17 caliber, KWC, made in Taiwan, Tan Foglia Witness 1911. But as far as the time period goes, these are both would-be period correct for World War II sidearms. The Germans and the Americans. Browning design, I tell you, world class. But there are plenty of videos already about the KWC. Let's talk about the new Luger here. The magazine is metal as well. Even this base plate is metallic, painted again. Seems very reasonable. We're gonna load that up here after we load the CO2. And the safety, you've already kind of seen right here. The takedown pin does not move. It is not blowback. So the awesome articulating knuckle action that this is famous for doesn't actually operate, which is kind of disappointing. But considering it's such a great replica, we might be able to ignore that and really enjoy this gun anyway. Depends how it shoots. You can see the lanyard hole right here. I'm not sure if this is going to show up, but the grips, not the grips are right here. The sights are very period correct, at least as far as what you're looking at here. No high visibility, no Novak sights, no fiber optic sights, no night sights. These are just pretty standard shut sights, blade front sight here. Not the greatest, probably do the job. We'll see today. In order to load it, it says remove this panel. It looks like there's a screw here. And let's see if I can show you here. There's a label right here that says open, and it points towards this grip. And you might need a flathead screwdriver to... Nope, you don't. All right, there you go. So that screw right there just screws into the grip itself. Did I break something? No, that's how it is. All right. The grip itself holds that screw. And you can see there's no threads here. It's just a little dimple there. All right, so that's where you insert your CO2, so it just pops off. All right, good to know. And there is, I can tell you already, an obstruction right here of that other grip panel. I might dig out a flathead screwdriver and see if that other grip panel will come off. There's not one at hand, so I'll just ignore it for now, but that's an obstruction. I would probably take that off. Maybe a little complicated loading process, but hey, I like new shooting experiences. It makes things more interesting. As you know, that's what this channel is all about, interesting firearms. Okay, let's go ahead and load this up, make sure this is backed out. They have a spring-loaded thumb screw here, which, as you know, I'm not a big fan of. Go ahead and drop a little Pelgun oil. I'm using a Crossman product here. Crossman CO2 Powerlit as well, and an Umarex distributed gun. I bet you both sides love me for that. Look, here's a bug. Can you see that? I'm not sure if that's going to show up on camera. My pole barn, my shop here is swarming with insects. Hopefully I don't get eaten alive on camera. All right, we're going to see how this pierces. By the way, I'm going to be using Daisy BBs, the nickel-plated variety. Let's see if I can pierce this with this obstruction in the way. Yep, my finger hit that, but Only a tiny bit of leak, and it's sealed up nicely. Let's go ahead and pop this grip panel back on, make sure we get it squared away correctly. Snapping grip panels are always a concern. I'm afraid I'm going to break something. All right, it's pretty solid. It still rattles a little, but good enough. Okay, safety's on, point it in a safe direction. Now time to load the magazine. I'm looking at this magazine. It looks like there's a locking cutout right here where you can take this follower, which is pretty stiff actually. Take this follower. Here's another bug that just landed in front of me. All right. So I locked the follower in this position. Let's get some of these bugs off of the table here. Now it's open, and it looks like there's a feeding hole right here where we can feed the BBs. So let's give it a shot. We have 21 BBs picked out. It says it has a 21 round capacity magazine, and I'll probably speed this up, just loading some BBs here. All right, 21 BBs fit as advertised. I always cover the top right here so that way the BBs don't fly out if the follower hits it with enough force to knock them out. All right, so we have our BBs loaded up. Again, not sure how well that's going to show up on camera. We have our CO2 powerlet. It looks like the thumb screw is not going to obstruct the insertion of the magazine. Make sure it's fully seated. It's not fully seating. Not sure why that is. There you go. Just give it a little tap, tap, taparoo. All right, let's get the Pelgan oil out of here and let's shoot it. Let's see how it does. I'm actually going to start up this other camera here, see if we can get this on film. Meanwhile, you can have a close look at that gun. Looks like that's going to work for us. All right. I'm just going to put 21 shots on target and we'll see how it does. I was feeling the trigger earlier. It didn't feel great. Let's see what I think of it now. Let's see if we can get all this on camera. Hopefully we can. All right, safety glasses on, safety off, on target. We're ready to rock and roll. The German side of the war. All right, here goes. Wow, that's a terrible trigger. Let's try that again. Not getting any better. That should be 21. Wow, my forearm is killing me. I can't even tell you. That trigger is immensely terrible, heavy. I wonder what the pull weight is on that thing. It's ridiculous. It's really wide, but it doesn't help. It feels like a little $1 squirt gun from the dollar store times 5. It's just really a terrible trigger. That's the quickest I've ever learned to hate a gun, ever. I hate this thing now. That trigger totally ruined it for me. On the plus side, I noticed that this was very quiet for a CO2 powered BB gun. If you're worried about noise, this might be okay, but wow. Maybe I got a bad one or something, but that trigger is immensely obnoxious. Write a comment if you own one of these, what you think of it. I cannot recommend this as a shooting gun. If you're interested in shooting it, I would steer clear. I've developed that opinion really quick. After one magazine with this thing, that's just unacceptable. However, everybody's tastes may be different. So be sure, if you're watching this video, to read the comments and see what people have to say about it. I doubt it will improve. And you may never see another video of this gun. It's just not fun to shoot. It's a great looker though. my name's HobbyJon. I hope that helps somebody out there. Wow, I don't know if I've ever developed such an opinion so quickly about a gun. Anyway, subscribe and you'll see more, more interesting guns. Unfortunately, this is too interesting for my taste.